Blessings and welcome everyone. Just a reminder before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope may show up, and your moon sign horoscope will give you the less prominent side story that'll also be playing out for this 2-week period. Remember, horoscopes serve best when observed, like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over all outcomes with your thoughts, actions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. If you wish to schedule any of my services or like access to more content via my Patreon, follow the links below or go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Scorpio. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your first week of March 2021. However, this full moon that we are talking about in Virgo, in your 11th house, is actually going to be an influence for the first 2 weeks of March. And so just keep that in mind as we go through this. The tarot is for 1 week this week, but the astrology is also leading into next week. And so you may want to come back at the end of this week as well, just to kind of, get a bit of a refresher if you need it on what's also going to be going on behind the scenes next week. So this full moon in your 11th house, this is friendships, social networking, your big goals, dreams, aspirations. This is going to be raising the energy here in such a prominent way that a lot of you are going to be getting a chance to start aligning yourself with the community, with the tribe, and with the main goals that you feel most at home with, that actually speak to your soul naturally, organically. And that is a big part. You guys have heard me say this for months. 2021 is clearing the last 28 years of emotional and social detritus and reacquainting us with aspects of ourselves that are truer to our core. And so a lot of you are going to be finding that this may do a lot of work when it comes to your social life, bringing you much more closely together with those that truly resonate with you, as well as also at the same time making things that seemed impossible possible. However, because it is a full moon, you're also going to be having to close some stories up and maybe even reinforce some boundaries or do some social pruning. As we get onto your spiritual theme, or the story of what is going on throughout this week as it relates to the cards, you've got the Nine of Wands upright. Boundaries and pruning, it seems, because with the Nine of Wands, I'm actually seeing a lot of you Scorpio people getting a chance to start closing off ports of entry into your life from maybe people, influences, or just general circumstances that seem to defile what you consider to be your sacred space. And this isn't about being puritanical. I know it sounds like it, but that's just my vernacular. It drives everyone insane. But with the Nine of Wands, you are going to be in a situation where you are now actually better equipped to maintain and even hold space for just what you actually want, as opposed to maybe having to make trades with what you don't, just in order to keep the peace, or just in order to maintain some kind of status quo or semblance of homeostasis. And with the Nine of Wands, a lot of you are going to be reinforcing some boundaries this week. I do see that. But it is actually in accordance with you not necessarily doing it to harm or to, hurt other people in any way, but really about allocating your time, energy, and resources to that which you love and what speaks to your heart, versus giving all your time and attention to things that you are trying to keep out of that space or out of your life. As we get on to your material shifts when it comes to your work, your job, your finances, we've got the Three of Cups in reverse. So, Three of Cups reversed when it comes to your work, I definitely feel as though a lot of you Scorpio people are probably going to be finding that you're going to be wanting to actually do what you can to try and get into the work culture that actually works for you. Because I'm seeing with the Three of Cups reversed, a lot of you may be actually finding you are falling out of love or even falling out of like with either maybe certain people, clients, customers, your peer group, whatever's going on there, or actually just kind of running out of steam when it comes to the way business is done in your field or at your job or in your organization. It may be time to think about switching things up just to give yourself some breathing room, because I do feel that that is on the table. And for those of you looking for new work or new jobs, I would definitely keep my options open. I think a few offers that are coming your way, you may feel it might just not necessarily be the right fit on a social level. Funny enough, financially, I see this week going very well. The Three of Cups reversed, interestingly, is still incredibly positive for at least the material commodity of money, no matter how you spin it. But quality of life matters as well. So keep that in mind. Some of you may actually decide that it's time for you to consider associating with other people in your field, trying to reach out or market to different clients and customers, or even consider some transfers or, again, schedule swaps, things like that. Goes from days to nights, whatever you need to do in order to bring about some peace. As we get onto your communications, however, when it comes to your friends, maybe your relatives, other people in your life, you've got the world upright. And here we have some brilliant news coming your way about somebody hitting it big, somebody making it big, and their win is your win. With the world card upright, I feel as though a lot of you are actually going to be benefiting from some kind of major breakthrough in the quality of life, or the, I'm not sure if this is material quality of life, professional quality of life, or something going on that does actually seem to also raise up everyone around them. Because with the world card upright, we are seeing a major era shift for your family or for your friendship circle, and the world opening up to you, no pun intended, because of it. Now, whether this is something that is being gifted to you, or you are being issued an invitation, you are being offered an opportunity to take part in it, or it is freeing you up to go your own way, of course, that remains to be seen with what's going on in your own life circumstances. Check your rising and your moon sign for further context there. As we get on to your challenge this week, you've got the Page of Wands upright. Okay, so interestingly enough, your challenge is actually, well, mustering the energy and the time and the enthusiasm to participate in an incredibly positive invitation or initiation that is going on with you or for you. And this can be tough, because you might be feeling very drained. You might, God, this is catching us at a bad time, that kind of energy. But with the Page of Wands, I'm actually seeing that there is some kind of breakthrough coming through for you that is going to require you to challenge that, or any kind of doubt or pessimism or melancholia that may actually be present at the time of an important initiation or an important invitation that is coming your way this week. All right. You're going to want to make sure that you can find a way to, if you can't rise above it, which again, I don't mean to be insensitive. There are lots of reasons, but find a way to keep the conversation going regardless. Even if you can't muster the energy to, do a happy dance about it, find a way to keep a good thing going. As we get on to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you actually have the Hierophant in reverse. And this is indicating that a lot of you Scorpio people are probably going through a bit of a culture, I don't want to say culture shock, but it definitely feels like a cultural breakthrough or a cultural alteration around your relationship landscape, because it does feel like there is a chapter change or a page turn in your romantic life where you are stepping into a completely different relationship from the one that you've actually been carrying on, whether it's with an existing partner or if you're available to somebody new, it could be actually brought on by somebody new. And this relationship style, this relationship styling, or the culture that's coming through for you, or maybe you and your family, feels very alien. But I definitely recommend that you allow yourself to at least enjoy a sampling of it this week, because when we have the Hierophant card reversed, it may be very much necessary because we could just be leaving a certain place in our relationship or in our relationship style that's about to get torn down anyway. So this transition into this foreign territory, however it shows up for you, is, I feel like it's actually quite interesting. I find it quite stimulating. I find it quite exotic. I think that you're going to be, it's not going to be hard for you to accept this. It just may raise some culture shock feelings as you go through the transition. So that's what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because you know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.